was looking like a fool when I met ya, all covered up in the dirt from my past.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day as usual. Today is Friday. I'm so happy that we're at the weekend, and it's also the start of the Sephora spring sale. I'm so excited for this sale. If you guys have been watching my channel, you know that I did put up a recommendations and wish list video a couple days ago, but I thought I would do something a little different, and I would kind of do a video like kind of trying on all of these items, so then that way you could kind of get a good idea of what they look like to see whether or not it's something you want to add to your collection. So a lot of the items that I mentioned I'm going to be using on my face today, so that way you can see what they look like. There are a couple things I don't think I mentioned in that video, so I will show you, but I sometimes, like, I don't know about you, but I'm a visual person, and sometimes if I see how something applies, I can know if it's right for me or not right for me. So without further ado, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure to hit that little subscribe button, and if you want to do a get ready with me of all the products I recommended in the Sephora VIB spring sale, then keep watching. Okay guys, like usual, I will put all the dates up on the screen, and I will link everything down below and list all the dates and the code and everything, so that way everything is in one spot for you. So let's go ahead and get started. The first item I recommended was the Clinique moisturizer. This is something that I will actually be repurchasing. I love this. I've mentioned before I have very oily skin. This is a great moisturizer because it doesn't feel super greasy. If you don't want to get this one, you can also get the Kiehl's. That's another really good moisturizer, but this one is a good one. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do for primer, I have two primers I would recommend. The Tarte Poreless Primer is one of my favorite. It is a good mattifying primer. And then I also have this Farsali Skin Tune Blur. I have been using this a lot lately, and I really like it. So let's go ahead and use this one today. So it's just a little squeezy tube, and I like that you can buy the travel size because the larger size is a little more expensive. Okay. So I just apply that to my skin, and this is just going to really blur out your skin. Okay, now for foundation, you guys. I love this foundation. I've been using it for years. It is rather pricey. I do think it's worth it though. It is the YSL All Hours Foundation. It's up to 24-hour wear. This is going to be oil-free, and it does come with a pump. So what I like to do is I pump about 2 pumps on a brush, and I just brush it on my face, and I wear BR40, which is Cool Sand. Then another item that I want to mention that you definitely should pick up is a new beauty blender. These bad boys are $20, but during the sale you can save 20%, which is $4. And I go through these. I have so many beauty blenders, but they're so good the way that they apply the makeup. Now, this foundation is a little dark for my skin, so I'm going to take it down my neck, but you can just see how nicely it goes on. And it is really buildable, so it's not going to cake up if you want to add more. But I usually find that 2 pumps is good for me. Okay, so there we have it. Really like it. Now, the only item that I'm going to use that's not included in the sale is this Tarte Shape Tape. You guys, this is my beloved Shape Tape, and I would love to recommend something to you from Sephora, but this is just my favorite. So this is one item that you can get from Ulta, but this is just so good. So let me go ahead and apply this, but this is not going to be at the sale because Sephora does not have Tarte Shape Tape, which I'm not really sure why. If any of you know why, please let me know, because they carry Tarte. I'm just not sure why. Is it like exclusive where Ulta can only carry it? I don't know, but see how good that is? It just blurs out under eye circles and then the veins on my eyelids. Really like it. Okay, now to set that concealer, I like 2 powders. I really love the Laura Mercier powder, and I've been using the Huda Beauty. I really like this one. It has a nice scent. If you're not into scents, you might not like this one as much, but I love the way that it sets. What I do is I take a beauty sponge, and I'm going to bake my face and just leave it on there while I do my eyes. Okay, and then I always apply it to my forehead because I have a forehead line. It's going to make it so the line is not as noticeable. And then I apply it to my smile lines just so that my foundation doesn't crease, and I found that this works. So I know I look a little funny now, but I am just going to let that sit while I do my eyes. So for my eyes, the Benefit Browsings, I don't think they have this anymore. I'll have to double check, but I love this powder. This is such a good powder, so I'll try to see if I can find, like, I think they might have like renamed it, but this is a really good powder, and I just take this spoolie and I fill in my brows a little bit, but like I always say, I like to make them look natural, so I really don't do too much to the brows. But see how I just fill them in, and don't mind me, obviously I have not gotten them waxed in weeks, so if they're looking a little crazy, I apologize for that. Okay, so now let's talk about an eye product. So I am going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Marie Antoinette. I'm definitely picking up another shade in this. I've mentioned this so many times, but I can't remember if I've actually like used it on my channel, but I want to show you how easy it is. So basically it is a cream eyeshadow. You just take a brush. I like to use the Morphe M441, and all I do is I just start in my outer corner and move inward, almost as if I am like, you know, doing like a contour shade. And then I just kind of brush it all over my lid too. The goal is just to get like that flush of color, you can see, just to give you a little extra something. But this is what I have been doing like every day during quarantine. It's just so easy, you can see. But, you know, most of the time if you use palettes, you're going to have to use a transition shade and a lid shade, and this just makes it so easy, so I love it. Definitely think it's worth the money. So look how easy that goes on. I'm definitely going to pick up another color. There is a champagne shade that I have my eye on. All right, now let's move on to the Benefit Hello Flawless. So you guys might have to like let me know down below. I think they changed this. They don't have the Hello Flawless anymore, but they do have another powder foundation that I think I'm going to pick up because I love this. I have it in the shade Ivory. I believe what they have at the store currently is the same as this, but I think they might have just renamed it. But this is really good and I love it. So what I like to do is I like to take a large brush and brush away the powder to get that really nice smooth veil. You see that? How it just is so nice and smooth. This along with the Huda Beauty, I feel like it's a really good combo. Okay, so now let's move on to lashes. You guys, I'm out of this and I love it so much. It is the Tom Ford Emotion Proof Mascara. I know I mention this a lot and you're like, I'm so tired of hearing you say that. But I can't help it. It's just one of my favorites. So what I do is I curl the eyelashes. This is a Tarte eyelash curler that I got. It's like blinged out, which I love. And then I love this mascara because it doesn't clump and I can layer it. So like, see, just look at that eye right there compared to that one. Crazy, right? It does such a good job, and then I layer it, and when you start to layer it, it gets really voluminous. Okay, so I apply that, and let me do my bottom lashes. So good, you guys, so good. All right, let's move on to bronzer. I mentioned this one, the Marc Jacobs Tantastic. You can see mine is broken. I mentioned in my other video that I do want to try the Tom Ford bronzer. If you guys have tried it, let me know down below. I'm interested in getting it in the Terra shade, but this is a good one. I like this because you can use it as a contour shade or just a bronzer, and it gives you a really nice sun-kissed look. Alright, so we have the bronzer done. Let's move on to blush. You guys, this Dior blush, so pretty. I have it in the shade Rosy Glow, but if you don't want to get this one, I also have another one. This is in New Red, which is like a pretty peachy color. Now, I know these can look a little intimidating. The colors look a little bright, but I swear when you apply them, they look so beautiful. So I'm going to start by applying this pink shade. And you see how it just gives you like just a little something extra on your cheeks, and it looks really natural. So now what I like to do before I do my lips and the highlighter, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to take my eyelash curler. I'm going to curl my lashes again because at this point the mascara is dry. And then I'm going to add another coat of the Tom Ford mascara, and this is where the magic happens. This is where it really okay, so there you go. Such a good mascara. Now what I like to do is I want to show you how I use this. I recommended this Tom Ford Sheer Highlighting Duo, so what I like to do, it comes with a pink shade and a champagne shade. I like to take the pink shade and just kind of do this. It's like gonna give your cheeks just like a nice little glow. Really pretty. But for highlight, I'm gonna use my favorite. This is the Dior, the Universal palette, and I love this beautiful shade. It's a really pretty champagne shade. So let me go ahead and get this little Morphe brush right here. You can see it's so pretty color. Now what I want to do is let's move on to lips. And for lips today, I want to show you this beautiful liner. This is by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's an iconic nude. It's such a pretty nude shade. This lasts a really long time. I love these. So I line my lips, and then I'm going to go in with this Tom Ford gloss. I recommended this. I actually liked it so much that I ordered another one during the Nordstrom sale. This is in the shade Aura. It's a beautiful nude. Smells nice, and it's just so creamy and luxe. See, it's so nice. Okay, so nice. And then the last thing I do is I take my Urban Decay All-Nighter, spray my face, and we will be done. Guys, there you have it. That is a full face of all of my Sephora spring sale recommendations. Like I said, even though I did a prior video recommending these items to you and kind of describing them to you, I wanted to do a video just kind of showing you how they work on my skin so you can get a really good visual. Let's face it, you guys, makeup can be really expensive. Even with having the coupons, it can still be expensive, so you want to make sure that you really like the items before you purchase them. So I'm hoping this helped you guys. Like usual, I will be sure to link everything down below, as well as all the details of the sale. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope all of you are staying nice and safe during this time of quarantine. I hope you guys are healthy. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video.
I was looking like a fool when I met ya, all covered up in the dirt from my past. So insecure about myself when I met ya.